So me and my friends decided to go on an adventure to a place called the Glass Factory. It was actually my friend's idea, and it seemed like a good urbex place to travel to. And like we decided to take a trip. And you know, lately I've been trying to do a lot of spontaneous things to help find myself. Now, I've been struggling with this a lot, but we all have our own demons to battle. Like, I learned about what I want to do in the future, but I spent so much time on that I never really spent enough time to understand myself. So lately I've been doing a lot of different things to do things that makes me happy, which, yes, film makes me happy, do not get me wrong, but like I spend so much time in business that I kind of, what about spending time alone? Like literally that's all I've been doing lately, and I haven't been really giving myself some personal days. And so like literally it's like day job, edit, day job, edit. She told me about this and we decided to like, I was like, screw it, why not give it a try, and like, so it was me, Maria, and Joel. We all had to park a certain place. You can't really get there by car. We had to park somewhere like pretty far away. Me, Joel, and Maria, we had to walk down. Honestly, like we found it on Google. You find it on Google Maps, but it's kind of a hit and miss. So we just took a huge guess, and we parked somewhere, and then we walked down the path that leads to the railroad tracks. So basically what you have to do is follow the railroad tracks, and we were looking and looking, and all of a sudden we found this abandoned looking place, and he was looking at his phone because Joel was the one that actually did the homework of what the place looks like. I only saw a few YouTube videos about it, and I thought, holy crap, this thing is huge, we have to give this a try. So thanks to Maria, we were able to go there, and like we went there and we saw like, it was like a metal door, and it was down. It looked like a bridge. It was basically like a metal bridge. And so we walked over it, and boom, there it was. We were actually in it, and like it's totally dark. And I'm not even gonna try to talk about the history about it. I have no idea what the history about this is about. It was dead dark, and like I said, Joel was the one that actually did his homework. None of us had lights except for a cell phone, but this dude was like rocking with a flashlight, like, and he had his flashlight, and we were able to see where we were going. And then Maria was like all sketched out because like, paranormal, we were like searching the place, and there was like a little bit of glass on the floor and whatnot, but we walked around it. And so like we were trying to find out like how to go upstairs, and like there was like a upstairs that leads up to the second floor. So we walked up, and right there when we got out, like we saw like this big old I don't know what to call it, but it was like a tube, or I guess like that was where like the fumes came out. And so we walked in there, and we saw all these different things. Like we saw like an abandoned like piece of a car in there. Maria, like, she saw a certain spot, and so like she was like, hey Fernando, take a picture of me. And so like we went over to this certain spot, and like I honestly did not like plan on doing photos that day. It's been a long time. Like I originally like went more into film. I tried to take photos, and like the photos came out pretty awesome. And like Maria was saying, like she found in the steps, and so like we went straight, and we walked up the steps. Thing like there was something that fell over the steps, and so like we had to basically crawl underneath it to go up the steps. And so here I am dragging my bag, like here I am with my backpack and an umbrella, because like that day, like it was supposed to rain that day. It ended up not raining that much that day, and so like I ended up like climbing underneath the tube, and we went upstairs, and we took a right, and we saw like these two little wooden planks that led to another area. But like I had my foot on the ground, and I was like, well, one of us is gonna have to walk it, but none of us did. A third floor, we went back to the second floor, and like we went like where we entered in, we went straight because we were trying to find our way back to the first floor, but we ended up finding out that there's more on the second floor. So we went straight, and we went straight. We saw, that's where we saw all the graffiti, and it was pretty sick and whatnot. But Maria, again, she was getting sketched out. Then we saw like an abandoned looking like bathroom, restroom and whatnot. But after that, we turned around and Joel saw this certain location and whatnot, and he decided, he was like, come on everybody, let's take a selfie, groupie, whatever. So we ended up taking like a bunch of different snapshots, and like he was like, harder, 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 harder. It was ridiculous and whatnot. And so like I wanted to get a feel of the place, and then after I got the feel of the place, I was like, well, I gotta make a film of this. So I decided to guide the people. I decided to guide Joel and Maria and whatnot to do certain things to make a video. But then after that, I was like, this would be a good place to actually do more photos. So I decided to pose Maria in certain locations and whatnot, and took different poses of her and whatnot. And like Maria was like, hey, how about here? Okay, this is a concrete ledge, and she was like right here, and the bottom was like this far, and I was like, dude, Maria, you're freaking me out, like just get off. She's like, no, it'll make a good photo, it'll make a good photo. So she decided to stand there and do different poses and whatnot. I'm like, wow, you are amazing, you are a trooper. And so like she did one side, and so like I decided to go, there was another door, there was like a bunch of different doors, almost like locker looking. And so like I popped out from the side, and there was like light shining in, so it made it look like she was like being shined by God and whatnot. And it was just an amazing time. And then Joel was like, you know what, Fernando, I'm feeling pretty jealous because like you took photos of her, not me. And I was like, why not? And so like the way we came in from the first floor to the second floor, down up that hall, so we went back down. And so I decided to like guide him, and I was like, how about pose this way, hood up. And he was like, so glasses on, glasses off. So I was like, why not? So I told him to take his glasses off and whatnot, and the photos came out pretty nice. And after that, we went back to the first floor. It was dark and whatnot, and I saw one spot where like it was like a brick wall, and there was like light shining like a triangle, and I was like, let's go there. And I decided to post Maria right there. And as we were taking photos, we started to hear a noise, someone like walking in, and we were like, holy crap. And we didn't know what to expect. And so like we didn't know what to expect, but I was like, let's play it cool. It's probably other people, because it's a pretty well-known place, and it's probably other people, and I didn't know them. So I decided to like put my camera away, and we were walking over, and like this is where they were, and this is where we were. We walked around the corner, and they were like, ah, and we were like, ah. Because the thing is, like, they saw some type of like graffiti somewhere else, and they were like kind of sketched out, and so they saw us, they thought like something was gonna happen. We were like, dude, we didn't even know you were. But it turns out that they were doing the same thing we were doing. They were just exploring and whatnot. And actually like we started to like become friends and whatnot, and we were chill. And then after that, the day was over, and we walked back, and I was like, hey, y'all hungry? And then Joel decided to take, like, was talking to us about like a taco place, and we went there and started eating and whatnot, and it was a good time, you know. And at that moment I felt like, might be a filmmaker, but like we all have our situations and whatnot, and I felt good that day, and I was like, I want to do this again. And so I decided want to do more road trips. And even another friend of mine that I just recently met not too long ago, she messaged me, she saw the video, because I was posting these videos on Snapchat, which also, by the like, if you want to follow like because a lot of times, like, I say I'm gonna do a vlog, which a lot of you probably noticed this by now. I say I'm gonna do a vlog, and every time, there's something about the camera, even with a cell phone in my pocket, I always forget to press record of what's going on. And like it's to the point where like I need to bring someone along with me so that they can document. Like thank God like Dominique is coming to the 4 Hour Film Festival because she's gonna be documenting the 4 Hour Film Festival. And so like I'm just gonna forget, and I'm sorry for those who were I was saying I was gonna do a vlog and I didn't do it. I'm gonna legit, I'm sorry about that. But like it felt good because I actually was doing something that made me feel good, you know. The last time I did that, like I even had again when I did that one of my recent videos, how to film yourself, and it felt good walking with nature. And just, you know, sometimes we need to spend times by ourselves to understand who ourselves, and yes, with friends too. Like I said, I haven't given myself personal days, so I decided at least like once a week, and that's why I've also been hiatus too. You can notice online. I used to do videos every week. I'm always motivating. Like this is always happening. I'm always doing motivational videos, but a lot of things that I say, if this happens, so I'm not the only one. So it happens to a lot of people. A lot of times people do motivational videos, but like they don't apply what they say to others to themselves. You know, and I decided like I needed to find me and love myself more, because I thought I was accepted with myself, but and sometimes I'm not. So recently I've been doing certain things, especially because of me being an introvert, so I'm quiet. And so a lot of people at my day job, they're like, no, you talk a lot. No, you have no idea, man. I don't know if this happens to you, but sometimes sometimes like we overthink things, and we think like, what's the point of talking to someone? They're probably not gonna like us anyway. Well, you never know until you try. And you guys know I say that all the freaking time. I say that all the time. And why aren't I like, you know, applying that? And so like I've recently just been like doing different things outside of filmmaking, and dude, I need to document all this. And like it feels really good that I'm starting to do certain things. But like I was saying before, we all have our own demons. I'm probably rumbling on right now. Tomorrow I'm going to be directing my crew for the 40 Hour Film Festival, and it's so cool. And I'm thankful for all of them for joining my team, and I cannot wait for whatever. I cannot wait to see whatever me and the crew are going to be filming and whatnot. So I'm just totally set, man. And these are new connections and new friends that I'm starting to develop. And growing up, like not having a lot of friends, I've said this before, like I never really had that much friends and never could really like talk to people. Like my childhood, I don't like to talk about that, but it was different. So I never really could like communicate with a lot of people, and that's why I basically became an introvert. But yes, I have my family and whatnot, but like I need to go outside the bubble. But then like I realized that I was different when I was like in college, starting to communicate with different people, networking, and meeting all these people that are coming into my life now, and it feels good that like I can ask other people questions. Like I was able to actually I knew like Joel about business, because like he helps personal business, like small businesses with money. I'm able to talk to Tom Flynn about like how to do music videos. I'm able to talk to Paxton of how to shoot videos too. I was actually talking to him the other day about LLCs and whatnot. And like I remember not too long ago, my big brother was telling me like, you need to understand the business part of this, because like I know you like to be creative, but you need to understand the business part. And like lately I've been trying to study that more and more. So but I'm so glad that me and my friends took that trip. That's all for today's video, man. I just thought like I'd tell that story of like what's been going on, and I cannot wait for the 40 Hour Film Festival. I do not know when this video is going to be posted, because this is a long video, so I have to edit it down. But that's all for today's video though, and that's the story for today. But yeah, next time, see ya.